Hey, what's up guys? How the hell is everybody doing today? So as you can tell from the title, yes, I got a chance to see Ready Player One, and I was psyched to see it, and I'm super glad it came out a day earlier than the normal day that movies come out. And as you can tell, I'm really not trying to hold in my excitement about this review. And the main reason is because that if any of you have ever had a nostalgia boner before, get ready to slam your dick in a drawer because you are not going to be able to keep it down. And I mean that in a good way. So the basic plot of the movie is that it's set in the future, and basically the staple to pretty much everybody's daily life is they log into this VR thing called the Oasis. And in the Oasis, there's challenges, you can win money, you can make friends, blah blah blah. However, at some point, the creator of the Oasis actually passed away, but he left clues, and if you finish these 3 challenges, whoever wins that gets to control the Oasis. So some people are still going after it, some people have given up, there's some corporations that are going after it. So all these people are trying to finish this challenge, and that's basically your movie. Now, obviously, you can tell by my excitement that this movie was dope. However, to be fair, it's not without its flaws. It's not a perfect movie. One thing I noticed is that there's something that happens to a certain character in the movie, and then they just kind of skip over that character's emotions about it. I just thought it was weird how the movie just saw a rug and was like, hey, let's just sweep this underneath that. And also, some of the acting was a little bit over the top, like a little bit cartoony, which I know a lot of the movie's animated, so it's kind of appropriate, but other times it just kind of bugged me a little bit, mainly having to do with the opening narration from the main character. Because every time he was talking about something, he was kind of over-enunciating and overdoing it, kind of like what I'm doing right now. Other than that, this movie is totally bonerific. Now, somebody might say that all the nostalgic things that are happening in the movie are just kind of like a cop-out for the audience. Like how some movies will be like mediocre, but shoehorn random things that people are familiar with and people will enjoy it for some reason. I disagree with that because this movie used nostalgia in a very effective way and in a very self-aware way, if I'm being completely honest. Because yes, there are a lot of memberberry scenes in this movie and there's a lot of stuff from the 80s which is kind of in right now, but the movie's also not ignorant about it and it will comment on certain things that just randomly show up. And it could have gotten overly annoying throughout the entire movie, but it took a break every once in a while and it didn't beat you over the head with it. And there is an actual substantial story in it that doesn't just revolve around that nostalgia. There's actually a story with a character, with an arc, who is trying to accomplish something. And that nostalgia is just kind of part of that arc, and I was totally okay with it. And adding to how self-aware it was, it didn't always go with the crowd-pleasing thing. There's a fight scene later in the movie where they very easily could have used the two, like, incredibly way more iconic characters to fight each other, but instead they used a fairly recognizable character and a super, super deep cut thing that barely anybody will notice, but I happen to notice it. So the movie could have gone way too far with the nostalgia, but it didn't. It actually reeled it in once in a while. The soundtrack was pretty good. Didn't really care about, like, the music or the score, really. But realistically, the special effects in the action scenes are just fucking ridiculous, in a good way. And the CGI in the Oasis, I don't know how totally photorealistic they were actually going for, because to a lot of people, most of the movie might just seem like a very, very expensive and very, very well done cutscene, but it's set in the future and in a video game, so in my opinion, I think that's what they were going for, and I think they personally nailed it. All I can really tell you is that it was incredibly aesthetically pleasing, and I didn't see anything where I was just like, oh, that looks like unrendered, or that looks shitty. But it's Steven Spielberg, and he knows how to do futuristic, even though he's only done it like a couple times, but like, he knows what the fuck he's doing. And the movie had a good pace, it never got boring, I thought all the character development was decent. Overall, guys, this movie was a lot of fun, and the nostalgia factor just, like, makes it 10 times better. And the way that it was molded into the story, it just, everything fit together very, very well. So overall, for a score out of 10, I think I'm gonna give it a 9.1. It's not quite my favorite movie of 2018, but it's definitely in the top 2, maybe top 3. But anyway, guys, those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Have you seen this movie? Were you excited as I was? Hop in the comments, let me know what's up. Other than that, if you like this review, give me a like, subscribe, do all that other bullshit, and I will catch you guys later.